Let's move on to The Starling Girl. This is a film about a teenager who begins a relationship with a married youth pastor. Amanda, I know you caught this one. What did you think about it?
I thought it was pretty good. I don't think it got quite as intense as I was kind of expecting it to based on the title. And then it is one of those things that it starts going in a really satisfying direction after being very frustrating. And then I think it mostly ends a little bit frustrating. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, because it's like you're almost there. We're going to do this. Yeah, you had it. And it had some really nice moments. Basically, general premise, this girl, young person, it's a very fundamental church. It's like the kind of place that's like they have a dance troupe and someone's like, oh, there's going to be too much drumming in that very religious song for the elders. They're not going to like that. It's just to give you the idea. But she kind of becomes enamored with the pastor's son who's been working at the church, kind of doing the gardening. But then they're trying to set her up with the younger brother as like the courtship to go in. So there's this very interesting dynamic. And it kind of turns into this thing where this older guy likes the attention that this young girl is giving him and how it makes him feel. And it kind of goes about as well as you can imagine from that point on. And it kind of does, it addresses a lot of interesting things about how people are treated differently, women in churches versus men in churches and like the responsibility of woman versus a man.
Leeway you can give,
Is that really kind of because I think we've seen films about like age gap relationships and like predatorial relationships, but there is sort of that aspect to like the church and the religious communities. That's sort of where it's unique.
Remember Power Lines from last year?
Yeah.
Power Lines with a little bit of Christianity sprinkled on.
Right.
Yeah, because very specifically who ends up getting blamed type thing. And where.
It's solid. Eliza Scalen's good in it. I like the director. She's done a couple of shorts, and this is kind of like the feature-length version of those shorts as well.
I thought it was a bit long.
It was a little bit long, and it's not to bash it in any way, but it's like a story like you said, it's a story we've seen before where you're like, oh, this is the lesson she should have learned.
Yeah, and...
While watching this film, at any point, did you see Jimmy Simpson and not think, that's Jimmy Simpson?
No, the entire time I'm thinking it's just Jimmy Simpson.
Yeah, no, my brain.
But she's like pretending it's his dad or something.
Yeah, I know. See, he's in this movie that I love called Debs. And every time I see him, I'm like, it's that guy!
Yeah,
I'm going to have to check that out.
McBoyle.
It's McBoyle. Love it so
the music was also supposed to be done by the lead singer of Lord Hero, if y'all are fans of them.
Oh, yeah.
So they worked on the music in some capacity, but they are not credited yet. That was just in the press notes. So
I feel like that didn't really stand out.
It did not stand out.
So,
but I just figured for if it helps
Jimmy's song stood out more than that.
If it interests somebody, there is that as well.
Yeah.